Hey everybody, just wanted to do a quick video. If you have a 97 Lincoln Town Car, or any town car for that matter, um, I want to talk to you for a second about this mass airflow sensor. And these are really, really critically important to the performance of your vehicle. Some of the symptoms of a bad mass airflow is a lean condition, meaning your car is going to possibly misfire. You're going to have a lack of power. It's going to kind of stumble. It's going to kind of like choke and pop on acceleration. It's not going to affect your idle because your idle system is like a factory default idle. And a lot of newer cars, they call that limp mode, where the car is at its like minimum operating parameters. I don't know if you can see this very well inside, but let's see here if I can get this in the light. But in there is it's like a wire. I think you'll be able to see it. There's a thin wire in there, and this device, this mass airflow sensor, is actually one of the few things on your car that is a precision measuring instrument. And what I mean by that is that this wire inside that little orifice there heats up, and as the air moves over it, it cools it off. And that is how your car's computer determines the volume of air coming in. So if this thing is dirty, corroded, old, this plug here's nasty, corroded, or whatever electronics in here are bad, your car is going to be seriously lacking performance. And again, it's not going to be at idle. The car's going to start up just fine. But as you accelerate, it may be, once you hit 40, 50 miles an hour, the car starts losing power, or it may be, like I said, intermittent problems. There's not really an easy way to test this. You can buy a mass airflow cleaner. It's not very expensive. It's just a few bucks. You'll definitely want to try that first. These factory parts are extremely good. They typically last a very, very long time, but they don't last forever. And so when you do replace these, do yourself a favor. Do not buy a cheap part. You need to buy a name brand part, or you need to buy one with the longest warranty possible, because again, this is not um, it's not you cannot substitute the quality of the measuring device in here, and that's why these are so critically important. So if you've changed this out with a substandard part, you're still going to have problems. And I'm guilty of it too. I've bought cheap parts, put the new part on there, I still had an issue, and now I'm searching for a problem somewhere else. But these are absolutely critical. So there's I don't know how to test these. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but if you're gonna replace this, actually, there is a way to kind of sort of test this. I bought, oh, where is it? I actually got this per Scotty Kilmer's recommendation. Think OBD 100. This was a really good investment. This was able to tell me, I'm not going to go through all the functions, but this was able to tell me that I had a mass airflow fault, or it said reading was low. That was basically what it said. And so if the values that your car's computer is receiving from this are low, then it means you're not going to get the proper fuel air ratio, and that's called a stoichiometric ratio. And typically, most cars, if you have like a wideband OBD, a wideband oxygen sensor installed in a car, you can measure that, or you'll see it on a gauge. And a typical factory car, you're looking at 14 pounds of air to 1 pound of fuel. That's the ratio that you run. And when this is off, that 14 to 1 stoichiometric ratio gets way off. And in this case, in the town cars, when these start reading low, you start generating an extremely lean condition. And the reason you know it's lean is because there's no smoke. You rev up the engine and there's no black smoke. Usually when you've got a misfire or something else, you can see kind of puffs of black smoke. But on the town cars, when the mixture leans out, you don't see any smoke. And so that's kind of a clue as to this might be your issue, because you've got a condition where you're misfiring but not getting any smoke, or low power but no smoking of any sort. So anyway, I just wanted to go over that. These are critically important. If you do need to replace it, please, please, please get a quality one. Do yourself a favor. You will really kick yourself if you get a $10 one off eBay or whatever. And like I said, Scotty Kilmer's channel actually recommended this particular Think OBD 100. I may do a review on this because this was, oh man, I bought this a couple years ago. It was really cheap, like I want to say in the $20 to $30 range, and I have used it to detect that my oxygen sensors were bad, and I was able to detect that my mass airflow was bad. So just wanted to talk about this specifically to the town cars. When these go bad, typically get a lean condition, and it'll be really rough. Anyway, I'm rambling. Hope you found it informative. Take care.